Hello and welcome. We're in the Hack the Dino studio bar. I'm joined here with Ben.
Hello, I'm here.
Who you all know from the main show, so that's fine.
The best show.
We are here to talk about a little series. There's a new one coming out this week, so everyone's all crazy for that on the Switch. But you're into this series a little bit, aren't you, Ben?
What makes you think that?
Yeah. It wouldn't be this mountain of games that you've brought in.
So, for those of you who are vision impaired, we're talking about Pokemon.
Pokemon,
the little pocket monsters. You're walking around in the city as a 10-year-old boy or girl, and you see a little caterpillar come out of the grass, and you get your balls, and you throw it at its face, and you enslave it.
That was a perfect description.
And then you make it battle against, like, birds that want to eat it.
Yep, that's it. That's the entirety of Pokemon. Summarized, thank you for joining us. When this started for you, how much did this sort of like hit your life and you were like, yes?
Well, I think I was about 14 when Pokemon Red and Blue came out, which I've got just down the front there. And yes, just before, we'll get it out of the way. This is every single main series Pokemon game that has come out on the Game Boy. And even with the capital of the Japanese ones.
I was going to say, I'm seeing a lot of Japanese here as well.
Yep, but I've even got, in the UK, when they released the Pokemon games on the DS eShop,
yes,
that a limited run of cardboard boxes that were replicas of the original boxes with just the code inside. So yes, I spent money to get them delivered over here. So that's them there as well.
Perfect.
I was 14 when Pokemon first came out, so that was years ago.
a little while.
And... it came at the stage where I didn't think it would be very cool to be playing a game that was clearly marketed at kids.
Yeah, so they're going for bright, colourful, that like 8, 9, 10 market.
Yeah, I really like the anime as well. And so I got these one Christmas. Got both Red and Blue.
Nice.
And completed it, 100% of it. Not on Blue though. I played Red because Charizard's a dude and still my favourite today.
Yeah.
But I got them both so I could trade. My sisters had Game Boys as well, so I could trade between them and get all the Pokemon, because some of you may not know, there are specific Pokemon on specific games, so you have to buy 2 copies in order to complete it. Or trade with friends, but that's not really what they went.
Every single version that came out as well.
Yep.
So you were like, yep, you got to get 2 of every single one.
Even Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, Let's Go, Eevee has the specific Pokemon, but... I've got them both coming anyway, so what else?
That doesn't really matter for it.
But I also found out which ones are coming out and purposely sought them out and caught them on Pokemon Go.
Tactical catching.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about the anime as well, because I feel like that's so important for that like first generation of Pokemon.
Yep, absolutely.
I was a very much a child, a very, very young baby child who grew up from my older cousin watching...
94, how old were you in 94?
94, I was -4.
Excellent.
But in 97, which was when the show came to Australian television, wasn't it?
Sure.
More or less.
Yep.
I was born. So basically I've had Pokemon in my life the entirety of my life.
You weren't with us before the Pokemon days.
No, the dark times. Or the happy times, depending on how your wallet looks at it. No.
Not good.
It's fine, Mum.
Seriously, I'm sitting here looking at these going, I spent a lot of money on this crap.
But it brings you a lot of joy with having all of it together, doesn't it?
It does. I'm a collector, so I seek out things. And being a Game Boy collector, I obviously collect the Game Boys as well, of which there's been many a Pokemon system brought out. That's a Japanese Nintendo 64. With the Pikachu on it, and when you turn it on, you press his foot to turn it on, his little cheeks light up as the power on button. So there was there was an orange one in Japan as well with that.
I was going to say the orange controller is cool. I like that.
I've got the blue controller coming from my most recent trip in Japan. I found one for like $10.
Which you can go and watch on the channel coming soon.
Yep.
There will be a full... There was part 1 of Ben's haul from his Japan trip.
Ben's hole. My hole was on there.
Ben's hole is on the channel.
Look up Ben's hole on YouTube. You'll find it straight away. Watch all of it. It's great.
Not wrong. It's true.
Ben's hole.
But yeah, so you'll be able to see an even larger version of Ben's hole. It'll be a lot longer and a lot bigger. A lot more things coming. But then coming into that like second generation of Pokemon.
Yes.
How did you? What was your first reaction to that?
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
No, it was because again, I was 14 when this came out.
Yeah, so you were so connected with the first series.
And still am. But having said that, I played the second game, and it's kind of like Elvis and the Beatles.
Okay.
Elvis came first.
Yeah.
But the Beatles perfected it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, Elvis is rock and roll. And it's like, no, these guys are rock and roll.
Yeah, these guys know what they're doing. Elvis is just dancing around those notes.
I like that description for Pokemon. Yep, cool.
Elvis Pokemon, confirmed.
Yeah.
So I played Silver. I got first. Again, I got Gold and Silver, so I played Silver first. Really enjoyed the egg hatching mechanics and that sort of stuff, and the things they introduced. Shinies they introduced for the first time.
Yeah.
I only just recently found out that you've got a 1 in 5 chance of hatching a shiny from that egg that's given to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So now you're like, oh, I have to restart the game every time going back and playing it.
Oh no, you just do soft reset. Get it. Soft reset. Soft reset. Soft reset.
Perfect.
Shiny hunting. What a fun time that is.
Woo.
Yeah. So a lot of improvements there. And then when you finish the game, again, spoiler for a 40-year-old game. I keep saying because you keep laughing at it.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm just going to keep on doing that.
I like it.
So when you get to the end of the game and you defeat the Elite Four and you defeat the champion, you then are told to go up to this top of, not Mount Moon, but one of the moons.
Yeah.
And Red, the main character from Pokemon Red, is there, and you battle him to finish the game. And he's got a level 85 Pikachu.
Damn.
Snorlax and the 3 starters, and yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
great.
cool.
It's just a little Easter egg. And then after that, you go back to Kanto. Oh, actually, no. You go back to Kanto, then you go up top of Mount Moon and you battle Red. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, they fit the whole first game onto the cartridge.
Yeah. And at the time, that was massive.
The creator, Masuda, I think his name is, there's an interview floating around with how they actually did it. And it was a trick. They tricked the game cart somehow into letting them put double the amount of data on there. It was great.
Oh.
Then I dropped off. I didn't play Season 3.
Oh, really?
When it first came out, because at that stage I was like, oh, I'm too big for this.
That's true, yeah.
Almost 18.
You were reaching the point where you were like, oh, no, I don't really want to be seen with this a lot.
I fell away for Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and Leaf Green and Fire Red, which were the remakes of the original ones, and they were originally remade because the Game Boy wasn't compatible with the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
So you couldn't trade your Pokemon. So that's why they remade Red and Green.
I know that is a mess because that was when I first played Pokemon. I first played Emerald.
Right.
That was my first experience of actually owning my own version of the game and having it. And I bloody loved it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, speaking of Emerald, did you see this?
Yes. Oh, man, it's dope.
Exclusive pre-order tin.
That's ridiculous.
I picked this up in a garage sale.
That's awesome.
It's like got a VIP card.
That's crazy.
I have no idea where I've never seen one before. And it cost me like $10.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want as a collector, though.
Yeah, that's sort of rubbish.
Yeah, where it's like, that's cool, and I have no clue anything about it, but it's clearly like a individual thing.
Yep.
And it's perfect.
Yep, it's a one-off thing. I don't know where it's from. It's clearly legit. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I jumped back on board. I was working one day in one of the cafes I was running at that age, like 20, 21, something like that. And Diamond just came out.
Yes.
And Pearl. So I went, that Pokemon looks like a giant penis. I'm going to get it.
Perfect.
So I did.
What a reason to jump back into the Pokemon franchise.
And yeah, just got hooked straight again.
Yeah.
So I completed that. So I completed the Pokédex, got 151 in Red and Blue.
Yes.
And then completed the Pokédex and the National Dex in Diamond.
Nice.
Which I think at that stage was a 300 or 400 type Pokemon.
That sounds about right.
And then I did it again for the Ruby and Sapphire remakes.
Yes.
And I did that because you got a shiny charm, which is a charm which increases your odds of hatching a shiny Pokemon when you're breeding.
Okay.
And through that is how I got my first shiny Charizard.
Nice.
Which looks rad because he's red. Instead of red, he's black.
That's perfect.
He's a badass.
Oh, that's so cool. So that was an achievement.
Yeah. Getting
that was like a personal achievement goal.
Yeah. And then I've just got them ever since.
Ever since that.
Parker, my daughter, I bought her a Pokemon 2DS with Y on it, so X and Y, and she started playing that from when she was young.
Nice.
And now she's hooked as well.
Perfect.
So just that brainwashing of the next generation, which I'm really on about.
That's what Pokemon's all about, really. It's bringing the different generations for each generation to come.
That's right.
So everyone will be like, oh, that was my first Pokemon and that was my first starter.
And even though they're basically the same game up until Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Like, beat 8 gyms.
Yeah.
Defeat the Elite Four.
Change it up.
Yeah. Sun and Moon introduced a new system completely where you did trials and mini trials.
Yeah, Sun and Moon is the that's the like very beach themed one, isn't it?
Hawaii. It's based on Hawaii. So they're all based on different areas. Like the first one's based in Kanto, which is actually a real place in Japan. I've been there.
Nice. Were you just like?
Guess where Kanto is? Tokyo. You've been to Tokyo? Guess what? You've been to Kanto.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's based in Hawaii.
Yeah.
For the first time, you had Alolan variants. So
yes. Yeah. That was a
stroke of genius.
Interesting turn.
Yeah. So they'd try and change things up with every series. So you had double battles in Gold and Silver.
Yes.
Then you had 2-on-2 battles. You had reverse battles. You had flying battles. Some of them they fall away and you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
Some of them continue on. So, for example, in X and Y, you had Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
Which were rad. So it was a way to redesign Pokemon and make them a little bit more powerful and just
keep it working in the overall world.
Well, it also helped spice up the video game championships, which they have every year as well. So cool new designs and new Pokemon to sort of add to your living decks. Then they added Z moves with Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yes.
Which is like the little watch. So they could sell the watch
That's
peripheral
right.
and it lights up and does nothing else. I got one for my daughter and biggest waste of money ever.
Oh.
But she liked it, so I guess not.
Yeah, so it's fine. It brought happiness for a bit.
Yeah. For me. Yeah. Lots of remakes. Soul Silver, which is considered by many to be one of the best Pokemon games. It is. You could have your Pokemon following you around with that and Heart Gold.
Which is... So there's a lot of these elements that you're talking about here, which I'm recognizing and seeing as stuff that's going to be coming in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
Such as?
Like, we're going to have a lot of having them actually in the world, which I never had when I was playing.
So that's brand new.
That's completely new.
Yeah, completely 100% new. It's taken more from Pokemon Go, I think.
Yeah.
And Masuda again said it's... Because if you haven't played a Pokemon game, what are you even watching this for? You never knew when
I can't imagine anyone who hasn't played a Pokemon game.
Pokemon was going to jump up.
Yes.
And it got really annoying going through the caves because you get a Zubat every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And unless you were grinding to level up your Pokemon, that just got really annoying.
It's the worst.
And someone like me who in these games didn't know how to play RPGs, we've spoken about that before, I didn't realise you'd get things like repels.
Yeah, so you would just,
away.
The entire time, just be committing to fighting all these Zubats.
For Red and Blue, I didn't even know you could run away from them.
Oh no!
And for Red and Blue, I didn't know that you could heal your Pokemon.
What?
Yeah.
How did you...
Like, I never used potions or items.
How did you like this game?
Because it was a challenge, I guess.
Yeah, incredibly.
Yeah. So I still remember going up against Gary at the end of Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Having, like, just my Charizard. But at that time, he was, like, level 100.
So you were playing Pokemon like it's Dark Souls?
Yeah, basically.
Sure.
Because I had no idea how JRPGs work.
Yeah. Why isn't that a version of like a speed run or something like that?
I think there is.
I was going to say.
I think there is, yeah. There's no potion runs. Or they've even got runs. People have designed runs based on TV shows. Like you can do an Avatar The Last Airbender run where you choose one of the 4 elements. So if you're fire, if you're Fire Nation...
You have to keep everything like that.
It has to be fire. Like they have to have a fire move Pokemon and you can only use fire move Pokemon.
I like that. That's cool. Yeah. I like the community coming up with this random crap to put into it.
I think it's called a Nuzlocke.
Yeah, I've seen a Nuzlocke run of Y because one of the guys from My Brother and Me podcast, they worked at Polygon and they did a Nuzlocke run of Y. And that was the only experience I've had of Y because I didn't play it myself. And it was bloody hilarious.
Yeah, well, there's a YouTuber called Austin John Plays.
Yes.
And he and another YouTuber, Philly Beachu, did a Nuzlocke run with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I think. But they did it with a randomizer as well.
Nice.
So you had no idea what you were coming up against. So like they'd be in Route 1 and go through the grass and there'd be a Pokemon encounter and it'd be a shiny Giratina. and it'd be level 3 or something.
Yeah,
so
and it's
they
just
just
like,
catch it.
What?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's a hack game, but man, it was great.
But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, there was another... something I hinted at talking about during the show, which we were going to talk about. Glitches and bugs. Now, the most famous one, which you've never heard of, is Missingo.
Yes. Now, what was this?
Well, it's actually Missing, N-O.
Okay.
And it stands for missing number. So what it was a placeholder in the original Pokemon games in order to make up the decks. But there was an exploit where if you went and spoke to the guy who you defeat the game, I think, then you go and talk to the guy who originally taught you how to throw a Pokeball in Pallet Town. Yeah. And then you flew to the Cinnabar Islands and you went up and down, half on the shore, half in the water, on the right-hand side of the Cinnabar Islands. Yeah. And you'd come into an encounter, and it'd just be this glitch, like just these random pixels all put together.
I've seen a picture of that.
Missigno.
That's what it is.
And what happens is you capture it, and I think the first or a particular item in your slot, whichever one that is, you get unlimited. So I put rare candies in there. Yeah. Did the Missingo. And got unlimited rare candies. So I was like, just went, hi Mewtwo, level 100.
Yeah, everything is beast mode now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was really awesome. It did come with a problem in that it could reset your whole game.
That's a small...
So I was lucky.
A small risk.
I was very lucky. I forgot to mention as well, another huge implement that came in Gold and Silver. Yes. Was stats. You didn't have stats in...
There weren't stats in the original?
No, you didn't have special attack, special defense, physical attack, physical defense, or speed. God. And you couldn't do that, and that's where Eevee training came in, and then later on came IV training, IV checking as well with the breeding. And, it's the whole meta game of Pokemon which makes it so endearing and popular, and it just keeps on going. I
feel like there's a lot of the things of like, at the time it would have been very much... like schoolyard chat of like, how did you end up doing that? And it's like, oh, well, I ended up doing this.
Schoolyard chat, because I hung around with schoolyard kids in my 20s. I mean, I didn't.
No, I hope you didn't.
No, for me it was, so when I got back into Pearl, I thought, I'm going to try this competitive stuff.
Let's see how it goes.
I bred a team. The best Pokemon I had was, do you know the Pokemon Shuckle?
Yes. Yes.
He's got massive HD. So I gave him leftovers. Yeah. And gave him Sturdy as his ability, so you can't one-hit KO him.
God damn it.
Yeah, great. And I did that.
Almost like a troll play, kind of.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, I guess the modern-day version of that is Mimikyu. Yes. Which has a costume. It's a Pokemon in a Pikachu costume. It's really freaky looking, but really, really popular. And whatever hit you do, the costume falls over first. Yeah. So you can't one-hit KO him. So when it came up to defeating Necrozma in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which is hard as hell. Okay. I got Mimikyu there. Yeah. He outsped me, hit, fell over, toxic, poisoned him. And what poison does is it gradually gets worse after each turn. So all I had to do was just keep reviving my Pokemon, and he poisoned himself to death.
You're in it for the long game there.
No, it didn't take that long. It was about 6 turns, and he was...
Oh, nice. Okay, I was thinking you're sitting there for like half an hour, just like...
half an hour is nothing compared to people breeding for values, breeding for shinies. Yeah. Like, people who soft reset are quite insane. Yeah. Like, I understand they're trying to get encounters.
Yeah. They're trying to really get that code in their favour.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a podcast called It's Super Effective that I listen to, which is a Pokemon dedicated podcast. Nice. And he's a Twitch streamer as well, and he just shiny hunts. And wow, like the hours he puts into that is just... But it's also kind of cool because he sits there and just talks to people because you're not doing anything. You're just going in random events. Yeah. But yeah, shiny hunting, no.
It's a no from you.
That's one of the cool things that they implemented in the latest games as well, is you have SOS battles. Yeah. Which are the Pokemon sitting there, the wild Pokemon sitting there, and it will call for help, and it will either call the same type of Pokemon or an evolved version. Okay. But as you do that, the more you do, the higher chance of getting a shiny appearing picks up. So as a result I think Sun and Moon, I got a shiny Magikarp, because I love Magikarp.
Yeah.
And a shiny... Oh, that's a memory I have to come back to.
Okay.
And a shiny Dratini.
Damn, nice.
So, yeah, that was really, really cool.
That's awesome.
But one thing I do want to come back to is in Pokemon Red.
Yes.
When you're first playing it. See, I feel bad about going back to my nostalgia. I thought, hang on, no, the title of the show's nostalgia.
I was going to say, it's literally what this is about, Ben.
Playing Pokemon Red. Again, no idea what it was.
Yeah.
Had no idea about what the Pokemon were. Just collect whatever looks cool.
Looks cool.
So to this day, my team at the start is always a Charmander. There's always a Pidgey in there. There's always a Butterfree in there. And there's always a Magikarp in there.
Yeah.
Because in the game, when you get to the first or second town, there's a salesman there.
Yeah.
He goes, hey kid, you want to buy this super rare Pokemon? It's called Magikarp. My God, it's great.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine he sounds like.
Yeah.
Not because Red Dead Redemption is playing over there. So me being young and similar, I've got $500, sure.
Cool.
Because I wasn't spending it on anything because I didn't know you could use health things.
You don't know what that is.
Yeah, so I got it and went, all right, yeah, cool. And then imagine my surprise when that Magikarp hit level 20 and I had a kick-ass Gyarados.
You would have been like, man, okay, yeah, I guess this is cool. I don't know. And then it finally reaches that point and you're just like...
But you didn't have the experience share in that game.
Oh, yes.
So you had to have them at the start of your party, swap them out for a stronger Pokemon, and then split it. So it was really grinding.
Yeah.
Really, really
I can
grinding.
understand why they brought in the EXP share, because that was ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah.
This was the first Pokemon game. This Pokemon Green. Glitchy as hell. I've got Blue somewhere. I think I've got it in my stuff coming back.
Yeah.
But those games there, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, are actually the same game as not this one, but Pokemon Blue, which came out. Because originally Red and Green came out, and then Pokemon Blue came out. And then Pokemon Yellow came out.
Took Blue and made that the...
So Pokemon Let's Go is a remake of Pokemon Yellow.
So yes, going into the past 2 years, I think.
Yep.
This whole Pokemon Go thing, when that happened, and everyone and their mother was playing it for...
My mother still plays it.
But like for 3 months, everyone on planet Earth was playing this game, well, almost.
Yep.
Like, was that just insane for you?
Oh, no, it was awesome.
It was great?
It was,
you were just like,
finally.
Living in your element.
Yeah. So friends going, oh, I got the horse that's on fire. I think you mean a ponytail?
Yeah, nice.
It's a tack stack. I was just really happy to see people enjoying something.
Yeah.
And what really annoyed me was the grown-up people. Oh, what you idiots! What are you
staring at their phones?
It's like, well, just let people enjoy things.
Yeah, if people are having fun, why not?
Go back to your football and pretending that you're one of the team when they don't even know you exist, and let me play with my digital pixels.
Ooh.
Sports ball.
I was going to say that sounded like it had some bite to it. But yeah, so, and you've been continuing to play this, obviously.
I've played it every single day since it came out.
Yep. You've continued to play it, obviously. What would be, like, you'd have some standouts from it, like, standout Pokemon that you're wanting to immediately throw over into Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu.
Yep.
From that.
Yep.
Anything jump out?
I've got about 4 shiny Charmanders that are going over there.
Nice.
So I've got all the starters in shiny because of the community days.
Yeah, perfect.
I've got a shiny Pikachu that I don't know if will go over. Yeah, I don't know, just basically the shinies.
Yeah.
I've been catching them for Parker as well, who's my daughter. And yeah, just ones that I think I'll need, because you can only do the original 150.
Yeah.
You can't even transfer Mew over. The only way you can get Mew in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is to get the Pokeball accessory.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I've got.
Which you've got coming anyway.
I'm dropping $300 on Friday. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that makes me hurt a little.
Oh, it makes you hurt?
Well, yeah. That's okay, yeah. Cool.
I was going to buy the Pokemon Switch, even though there's already 2 Switches in my house. I was going to buy the Pokemon one, and I was that far away from doing it.
Just get that third one.
Well, I was until they announced the new Switch coming next year.
That's right.
And I've gone, nah.
It's like, nah,
can't
hold
do
off.
It. Can't do it.
Can't bring yourself to do it
I'm
when
not
you know
owning 4 Switches when there's 3 people in the house. I can justify it if there's one per person.
Can justify there being one each, but not more.
So I'll just wait until 5-10 years from now when they're in garage sales again.
Yeah, exactly, and then you'll have 1 billion.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon Go was a really cool resurgence, and I'm really glad that they've just coasted on that. We're going to get like a main Pokemon title for 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
So usually there was about 3 to 4 years in between them, because usually they'd bring out the first 2.
Yeah.
And then the third one, which is sort of like the polished good version.
Yeah.
So you had Red and Blue, and then Pikachu, which tied into the TV show and the popularity. Gold and Silver, then Crystal, where you could be a girl for the first time.
Yes.
Ruby and Sapphire, and then Emerald. So they always have that third version. Apart from Black and White, they had Black and White 2.
Yeah, that always threw me. That I remember.
It was a sequel. It was set 2 years after Black and White.
Damn.
But it's basically the same game.
Okay, yeah.
They changed some of the towns.
I was gonna say, because I remember when I didn't play Black and White, and I didn't play Black and White 2, and I remember seeing them be like, yes, Black and White 2. And it's like, what was the decision behind that?
Well, it's just they do try to change things up a lot and see what sticks.
They test the waters, yeah.
So I mean, like with Sun and Moon, they did Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yes.
And when you play both of them, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is like a much more polished version of that game, and a lot better.
Yeah, it's like this is kind of like if you just spent a little bit longer on it.
Yeah. So we had Sun and Moon release, and then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon release last year. This year we're getting Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu.
Yes.
And they've pretty much confirmed November next year we're getting Generation 8.
Yeah.
So there's seven generations at the moment. We're going to get Generation 8 next year.
Do you have any like random ideas of what you'd like to see?
I reckon there'll be little animals, and you throw your balls at their face.
Hot scoop.
Hot scoop.
Yeah.
That's what they leave behind. You got to scoop them. So I got this as well.
Yes.
This is Nintendo being silly.
So what is this?
This is a Game Boy Advance cart with 2 Pokemon anime videos on it.
Okay.
So 2 episodes of the anime.
Just
Playing with Fire and Johto Photo Finish.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. So that was a thing that came out.
Cool.
They're about $120.
Of course they are. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Again, because games are expensive doesn't mean they're good. It just means that they're rare and they had a low print run.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if the quality of the game is amazing or not.
So, like a lot of those ones, about $80 each in a box. Like $80 to $100, easy.
I remember as a kid
these ones are rare.
Always being confused of like, how do Pokemon games hold their worth?
Yeah.
Like, because you'd go in and I'd be like, oh, okay, yep, I want to pick up the new Pokemon, but I don't have the money for the new one, so I'll wait a little bit, get one pre-owned, it'll be cheaper. Not really. Not really. It kind of just stays around that like $60 mark anyway.
Probably more so.
Yeah.
Usually, again, garage sales are your friend, but I had to eBay a lot of these.
Yeah.
Oh well, you do what you got to do. But like, so these 2 came out in sort of the lull of the Pokemon.
Yeah. So for
me, this was the lull period.
They were the remakes of the originals.
So they've got a really high price to it. Also came with the little Game Boy Advance modem that sits on the top of the Game Boy Advance.
Ooh.
And communicates via infrared. Good stuff. So Nintendo thought a lot with the communicating
accessories and everything.
Yeah, one thing I didn't bring though is my Pokemon printer, Game Boy printers. Yeah. There's a special Pokemon one. So I got that my last trip to Japan.
Sure, yep. Yeah.
So that was awesome.
The necessary accessories to make your gaming experience that much better.
And it does. It does make it that much better. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that they've included. Like they even had a Pokewalker with Soul, Silver, and whatever it is. Phoenix,
that was the like pedometer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little Pokeball pedometer.
Yeah.
Which basically they used and put in Pokemon Go.
Yeah, which is like, why wouldn't you take that? Because that makes a lot of sense for the style of game that Pokemon Go is.
Yeah, so you can see the evolution. Like, it really has, pardon the pun, I never pardon for puns.
No.
There is an evolution to the games leading up to Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu.
Yeah.
And I just think it's going to be a really fun
It's this incredibly refurbished version of Pokemon.
I read a warning spoiler, which I have put up on the Hack the Dino page just today.
Okay.
So we're recording this on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Pokemon
so
is out.
this is just before the week, the crazy week where you're going to see all these purple thumbnails from all the nostalgia episodes. This is the last one for the week. And then we get a little break.
You get a little break.
Little break. Do I?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I'm sure we got stuff to film.
Yeah.
But data miners have got their hands on copies of it. And there is apparently more stuff in there than we've been told. Good. Which, of course, there is.
Yeah, but good.
So don't go on the internet for a week. Or
just watch this video.
Yeah.
Just watch this video.
I'm going to try and stay away from the spoilers.
Don't watch anything else.
I'm going to get my spoiler
And you'll be going
tag.
straight into it and just trying to commit as much time as you have possible.
Yeah, so
free.
next Friday I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
My daughter will be away. And I'm just going to sit down and probably play Pokemon all night.
Nice, nice.
I mean, I can see it being, what, a 10-hour game?
Yeah, to really get into it a bit, but I'm sure you'll find yourself exploring like crazy and...
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's a remake of the Kanto. So
yeah,
I
so you'll
do
know what's going
pretty
on.
well.
Yeah. What, now, I have seen a little bit and I haven't actually followed up on any of the information on it because I am a professional journalist. You can ride around on Pokemon? Like,
yes.
Walk around, ride around on them?
Yep.
What are you going to be using around to travel around with?
Shiny Charizard.
Damn. That's ridiculous.
In
So he flies around, correct?
Yep. And you jump on his back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I've seen, obviously, they had the Onyx in one of the major trailers.
Yeah.
It's just like...
You can ride on any of the 150 Pokemon. I don't think you can ride on Mew. It'd be very difficult.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. Maybe he, like, carries you. He, like, grabs you by your shirt collar.
Maybe.
That'd be great.
I will say, though, you know, it's really, really cool.
What?
Pokemon Snap.
Snap. Oh, yeah.
When are we getting a Pokemon Snap remake?
How did you not mention that in all of this?
Well, it's not a main series game.
Oh.
So I didn't bring it, but I do have a box version, both Japanese and English versions.
You can see that in the part 1 of Ben's Hole video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hole.
Yeah.
Look at Ben's hole.
Just
my hole.
The tip.
Look at my hole. Whole tip.
Yeah. So Pokemon Snap, yeah. I remember playing that.
Such a good game.
5-10 minutes of it.
Why don't we have Pokemon Snap?
See,
remake or something.
I'm surprised they didn't try to do it on the DSi or the DS.
Well, they kind of did in
XL.
Sun and Moon. They had a photo section.
Okay.
Where like you took a photo and put it up, and then you got likes and whatnot for it.
Right. And everyone was like, "Oh, they almost could have done it."
No, because you were stationary. The whole fun of Pokemon Snap was that you're riding along this train track, and the Pokemon were in the same position each time.
Yes.
But it was how you interacted with them. And when I say interact, throw things at their face.
Yes. Yes, that's how that works.
Where they changed what they did.
Yeah.
So I think one of them is a Charmeleon walking around a volcanic crater.
I'll find the footage of this, so
yeah,
yes.
He's walking around, and you throw it, and you hit him in the head, and he goes, "Char!" and he falls in the lava. And you go, "Oh, I just killed him." And then it goes, and this Charizard comes out and just goes, "Rah!" and throws fire everywhere. And so you have to trigger evolutions. Other things where the first level of the beach, you take a photo of a Lapras off in the distance, and then towards the end, if you look at the right spot, Lapras comes up right in front of you.
Nice.
But if you don't do those things leading up to it, you don't get that. So you don't get the really, really cool photo. You don't get the high points. So I 100% of that game.
Of course.
Numerous times.
Yeah.
Numerous times.
It's classic.
Great game.
I reckon I played through it maybe like once or twice at a neighbour's place, and I was like, "This is weird," because I had played Emerald, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah. There's been a lot of like spin-off Pokemon games. There's Pokemon Shuffle, Mystery Dungeon. I haven't played any of them.
Mystery Dungeon, I remember having on DS completely randomly. I don't know how I got it. I think it was a random Christmas or birthday present, and I played through it, and I probably got like halfway or something. But I was just like, this is a very weird direction for Pokemon to go.
Yeah, again, spin-off wasn't part of the main series.
Yeah,
really
so they can just explore whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting a Detective Pikachu movie.
That's a cool game.
Yeah. Like,
you see the amiibo for that, it's this big.
It's ridiculous.
I got it for my daughter.
Yes, for your daughter, yes.
For my daughter.
Yeah.
But she played it, loved it.
Nice.
And Ryan Reynolds is starring in the movie.
Which is going to be ridiculous.
And there's been test screenings, and it's all been really positive. Because Ryan Reynolds, funny, charismatic guy.
Funny that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's
I was going to say,
stuff.
Thank you for coming and chatting about, actually getting to vent about Pokemon for a little bit.
I know, and not have Dan rolling his eyes at me.
It's alright. It's alright, Dan. It's okay. Dan's off screen.
Dan's off screen playing Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Like a real big boy.
I gotta say,
Not like us kids.
I got through that whole show without looking at that TV screen that much.
I didn't.
Because I really am enjoying Red Dead. But we won't talk about that. That's for what we've been playing on the main show, which you can go and see in the channel.
Yeah.
It's like linked below and above and everything. But yeah, if you are getting Pokemon, Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, definitely...
Sign off below. Leave a comment below.
Definitely talk about it.
Yeah, let us know
Feel
what you
free
think.
to talk about it. This is a community space.
And I will be monitoring the comments as well. So if you have a
Yes.
comment about any of them...
Literally
or,
any question about anything here.
like, the main series, I've pretty much played
Yeah.
as it came out, apart from that little gap there,
Yeah.
which I went back and played them anyway.
I was going to say, it's not like you've missed something where you don't know anything about it.
No, I've completed the Pokédex numerous times. I
Yes.
have a living dex on my Pokemon Bank
Yeah.
online cloud account where all my saves and all my mythicals are. If you need a Pokemon, let me know. I might be able to help you out because I've got a lot of them.
Give a Pokemon, take a Pokemon.
Like whenever there's a free code or free distribution,
Yeah.
I get it.
Just like, yep, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
So sign off below, give Nostalgia a thumbs up, subscribe to Hack the Dino.
Yes.
I'm doing your job now.
Yeah, well, because you're used to hostal duties.
I am.
And then when you're here, I just sort of like, it was just like, yes.
Alpha male.
Yes, Ben. Yes. Yes. Continue hosting.
Anyway, wrap up your show.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. It's been a crazy week of nostalgia. It'll calm down a little bit now, but we've got some cool things coming up. I think I'm going to hopefully try and get you two on for the SNNK 40th anniversary.
Are we?
Yeah.
I want to be on for the Smash.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. That's
Smash
coming
Bros.
really soon as well. We'll have a whole roster of guests for that one. It'll be a big team lineup battle. It'll actually be a fight.
Sweet.
Ben's gonna
Put your hand up if you're a second Dan black belt.
He's gonna win that one.
All right.
Yep. So look forward to that. In the meantime, please watch our content. Please. Bye.